Mm-hmm. 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 I'm tired of the lies they spin. They're feeding us poison. Where do I begin? Every headline feels like a sin. Oh, it's a game we're stuck in, can't win. Barack signed the papers, gave them the key. NDAA took our truth, can't you see? Smithman's shadow, it's haunting me. Propaganda flows like a dark raging sea. They twist the words, make us blind. Realities are lost in their cruel grind. Who's telling the truth? Man, it's hard to find. In this media maze, we're all confined. We're rising up, can't take no more. Truth on our lips, it's time to roar. No more shadows, we'll break free. With every heartbeat, we'll make them see. Together we'll stand united and bold. No more lies, let the story be told. In this fight for truth, we'll find our way. We'll light the dark, bring a brand new day. I'm screaming loud, but no one hears. Drowning in cycles of our own fears. The truth's a ghost, shedding bitter tears. Oh, the anger rises, it's been years. So I'll sing my blues, let the world know. Fight for the truth, let the fire grow. We're breaking the chains, it's time to show. We won't be silenced, we'll steal the show. In the silence, hear the cries, voices echo, breaking tide. Every tear, a story untold. In the ashes, we rise bold. No more whispers, we'll shout loud. Together strong, we're a fierce crowd. With every step, we take the stand, fighting for truth. Hand in hand, let the walls shake, let the truth ring. We'll write the lyrics, let freedom sing. From the shadows, we'll break away. In this moment, we'll seize the day. We're rising up, can't take no more. Truth on our lips, it's time to roar. No more shadows, we'll break free. With every heartbeat, we'll make them see. Together we'll stand united and bold. No more lies, let the story be told. In this fight for truth, we'll find our way. We'll light the dark, bring a brand new day. Build these walls out of fear and pride. Learn how to hurt and learn how to hide. Every scar got a story to tell. Every soul knows a private hell. We point our fingers across the flames. Blame the world, blame the times, blame names. Somewhere deep beneath the noise, there's still a whisper calling through the void. Baby, healing ain't forgetting. Baby, mercy ain't pretending. Baby, truth is where it starts. When it finally reaches our hearts, can we really be unbroken? Can the shattered pieces live again? Can the silence finally open and let the light come pouring in? After all the wars we've carried, after every bridge we burned, is there still a road to freedom? chase answers through endless storms. Somewhere anger like battle-worn armor. Some are drowning in fear each night, trying to hold on to something right. Love still rises in the darkest hour. Truth still lives beyond the power. And every soul still gets to choose what they build and what they lose. Maybe strength is being honest. Maybe grace begins upon this moment we stop standing alone and finally let our hearts come home. Can we really be unbroken? Can these shattered pieces live again? Can the silence finally open and let the light come pouring in? After all the lies and sorrow, after all the years we ran, is forgiveness still a doorway? Can hope still rise in men? Can we really be unbroken again? Maybe we were never meant to carry all this weight alone. Maybe every wound reminds us we still need love to lead us home. And maybe God still sees the good buried underneath the pain, calling every lost and weary heart to rise again. Yes, we really can be unbroken, even with the scars we wear. 'Cause the light still finds the hopeless, and redemption's always there. When we choose to stand together, when we choose the truth instead, even broken generations can be lifted from the dead. Yes, we really can be unbroken again. So if the veil keeps falling, let it fall completely now. Let the healing finally start. Somehow.
Monday morning coffee just isn't the same. All the protests in the world are making it lame. Well, I found the cure to that. It's green and marijuana is its name. Feeling kinda low, it could chase away your shame. Sunshine on my face, dancing in the rain. Friends gather round, let's forget the pain. Rolling up a vibe, let's ignite the flame. Laughing like a wild, nothing feels the same. Green dreams, we're living in a game. Life's a celebration, we're calling your name. Feel the rhythm flow, we'll never be tame. In this crazy world, love is our aim. Oh, 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 hey, oh, 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 hey, oh. Monday morning coffee just isn't the same. All the protests in the world are making it lame. Well, I found the cure to that. It's green and marijuana is its name. In the rhythm of the night, we'll dance without blame. So let the music play, let's ride this train. Every single laugh, every drop of rain. In the joy of now, we'll never feel shame. With a little green magic, we'll light up the game. So let's take 'em all. with every heartbeat. Let the good vibes flow in this dance of freedom. We'll let our spirits glow. No more looking back, just the laughter we share. In a world full of chaos, we'll find our own flair. Raise a bomb to the night, let's get toasted and see dreams. With love in our hearts, we'll be bursting at the seams. Green, green dream, we're living in a game. Life's a celebration, we're calling your name. Feel the rhythm flow, we'll never be tamed. In this crazy world, love is our
I ain't wearing a badge tonight, ain't riding with the blue lights on. Just another ordinary soul trying to help somebody get back home. See a picture cross my screen, a face I've never known. But somebody somewhere's missing them, and somebody's waiting by the phone. So be one more pair of eyes, one more heart that cares, one more voice that says we ain't giving up out here. You never know who'll see that face, you never know what truth survives. Sometimes all it takes is one more pair of eyes. A truck stop down in Tennessee, a diner out in Idaho. A woman sees a picture shared and suddenly she knows. A number called, a tip comes in, a lead nobody saw. And hope starts walking through the door where fear had ruled before. Be one more pair of eyes, one more heart that cares, one more voice that says we ain't giving up out here. You never know who'll see that face, you never know what truth survives. Sometimes all it takes is one more pair of eyes. Most heroes never make the news, never stand beneath the lights. They're just good people doing what they can to help make something right. One share, one prayer, one phone call, one lead can change a family's world. Be one more pair of eyes, one more light against the dark, one more person willing to carry a little spark. Until every child comes home, until every family finds the answer they were praying for, will be one more pair of eyes. So if a picture crosses your screen, don't assume somebody else will try, because somewhere tonight a child may be waiting for one more pair of eyes. I met an old man down in Tennessee, coffee black as midnight, eyes like history. He slid a napkin across that weathered bar, said, boy, you ever wonder who we really are. He spoke of shadows moving behind the curtain. The world's so loud, nobody's certain. Said the truth don't scream, it waits in silence, buried beneath distraction, fear and violence. He said every empire falls the very same. Greed gets baptized in a different name. And the jukebox stopped like heaven held its breath as he whispered low, sometimes the craziest story is the one closest to the truth. So we follow the drops through the dead of night, through broken headlines and flickering lights. Regular people trying to connect the lines, while the whole wide world said we lost our minds. But if even half of it's true, Lord, help us all, 'cause kingdoms would tremble and giants would fall, and every soul who searched through the storm and the doubt would realize what this fight was really about. Mama used to tell me when I was young, the devil don't arrive with a forky tongue. No, he smiles on screens, dressed sharp and clean, selling fear between commercials and HD. And people laughed at the questions I asked, said truth seekers lived in the past. But history's written by trembling hands and buried by powerful, desperate men. The old man grinned through the smoke and flames, said, son, not everybody playing this game wears a badge or waves a flag. Some just pray this country survives what it had. And so we follow the drops through the dead of night, through coded words and satellite lights. Farmers, truckers, veterans, moms, trying to make sense of what the hell went wrong. And if all of it's true, Lord, ring the bell, 'cause we've been walking through the mouth of hell. But maybe the reason the darkness got loud is 'cause the truth's finally drawing a crowd. You can call them crazy, you can call them fools, but history's full of people mocked right before the truth broke through. And maybe, just maybe, the real story of our time was never about left or right. Maybe it was about ordinary people refusing to stop asking questions. Yeah, we follow the drops through the cold unknown, while the lost and abandoned search for home. And maybe we were wrong, or maybe we could see that freedom dies slow when good men fear what truth might be. So light one more candle and hold the line tonight, 'cause somewhere in the darkness people still believe in light.
Twin, remain patient, stay patient, my brothers and sisters. For God never lies, he always keep his promises. Trust in his timing, for he already knows what's ahead before we even get to that point. For what we can't see, he done already saw. Our story was already written. We just have to have faith and believe. For the things we pray for and the blessings, 9 times out of 10 we're not ready for. But he will prepare us and he will teach us. There's a lot of things that we need to learn before those lessons. So we have to be mindful and aware of those teachings and take it in, and so we can learn and grow. And he will bless us with those things that we pray for when he thinks it's the right time. So we just got to stay in his will, not your own will, for his will is greater than ours. You already know the future. So we just got to be patient and stay faithful and have trust. Believe, twin, and you will receive, twin. God bless you. Twin,
lean not on man's understanding, but on God's. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. A lot of people can't follow that, though. They don't understand it. You know, it's so many things. Good morning. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Yes, I did get some water yesterday. I got 100 gallons. Bill brought it out. Jake is supposed to be back in the next couple of days, so we'll get a bigger run when he gets back into town. Yeah, it's going to be 104 today. That's why I'm getting started right now. And I'm going to have to be out of this camper in about an hour to an hour and a half at the most, as hot as it's going to get. This camper will be about 20 degrees hotter than outside. And nothing I can do about that right now. I can't run the air conditioner in here. Don't have the fuel for it. So, and don't have currently enough generator wattage in order to get the air conditioners that are built into this thing turned on, which would be a nice thing. Actually, it would save a whole lot of hassle. But you know, we deal with what we got to deal with as it's there. So let's go ahead. Let's get into my feed, and I want to scroll back a bit because there is a bunch of stuff that happened yesterday that over the weekend, I should say, that are kind of interesting. And you know, I got to tell you, last night that the guy who won that fight and then turned around and said Michelle Obama is a man, I have nothing but props to give to that young man, because you know, people don't listen to us. So you know, the only way that we can achieve you know, knowing what the heck is going on is by let's see. Okay, all right. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to start off with some Promethean action. I need to go check on my little guy, see how he's doing. Switching him over from milk to water has been a task. He's been avoiding the water, and I want to go see if he dove into the water that I got in there for him now. Because it's, like I said, it's hot already. We're already at 90, 91. We're at 91 right now, and it's just going to get hotter. I got things moved around in there so that he is 100% in the shade in the kennel for the whole day, which is going to be a big help for him. The rest of the dogs, well, most of them are underneath the camper right now because it's about the coolest spot. And that's probably where they're going to be most of the day. So let's jump into this Promethean action. Now, this is from Saturday, and we still have the Monday one. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and pull up Monday because they'll end up covering. They'll end up. I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just did that. Got all scrolled down there for. Oh no, it's still gonna sit there. All right, cool. All right, so let me go here and go like this. And okay, this should be okay, this should be it here. So this is gonna, oh, nope, that's definitely not it. Okay, so they didn't do a prequel from the Saturday, so that's what we're gonna go with. Yeah. So we know where we're at there. What the heck? Dang nabbit. Oh, it's right there. Okay, here we go. We're good.
Mike Pompeo, the man many think was the most loyal cabinet member in President Trump's first term, revealed his true colors this week. On June 8th, Pompeo made a confession on X, professing his devotion to Alex Younger, the head of MI6, until September of 2020. Pompeo writes this: Younger flew to Langley to see me the day I was confirmed. We brought our two senior teams together in the UK to plan and coordinate and build in the first several weeks of my time on duty, making clear to them that all of this relationship was more than special. It was critical for the security of our two countries. Plan and coordinate in the first weeks of his time on duty with British intelligence. What were they planning? I'm Barbara Boyd, and what Mike Pompeo just posted on X, apparently as a tribute to a dead spy chief, is one of the most remarkable confessions in the entire history of the plot against Donald Trump. Today, I'm going to show you what Pompeo confessed to, why he did it, and what President Trump is actually doing about it. Not revenge, like the media claims, just sweet justice. Mike Pompeo just told us something we didn't know before. Within hours of Trump naming...
Listen, I really want to keep the chat up on the screen, but at the same time, I also don't want the words coming up on her over her face. So when they do that side-by-side split thing, I'll be pulling the comments off of the screen until it goes back to a wider screen like this. All right, just so people know. I like having it up there because it gives you guys the opportunity to communicate with both people on Facebook and on Rumble, making it an all-inclusive kind of conversation. But Barbara and Susan, they do so much good work. I noticed that in a couple of videos this last week, and I was like, dang, I kind of wish I had pulled that down then, but at the same time, I really like the idea that you guys are able to communicate across the platforms this way. But yeah, just so every once in a while, you'll see the chat disappear. It's just because I'm trying to keep their faces pretty clear. Okay. Back to it. Sorry.
Him CIA director in November of 2016, he was coordinating with the head of MI6, Alex Younger. The London Guardian had already told us where the coup against Trump came from. In April 2017, they wrote that British spies were the ones who concocted the Russiagate lies, and they hand-delivered them to John Brennan at the CIA in summer of 2016. And here is Richard Moore, the recently retired MI6 chief, describing what Younger, John Brennan, and Pompeo built together. Quote, Alex believed deeply in the Anglo-American intelligence partnership and worked closely with John Brennan, Mike Pompeo, and Gina Haspel during his tenure. Together with John, i.e. Brennan, he instituted annual gatherings of the senior leadership teams of both agencies. On his way out the door, Richard Moore made an even more shocking claim that these annual gatherings had led the CIA and MI6 to becoming one firm, one entity. Dividing lines involving different national interests were effectively erased.
We do operations together. we will look at operational opportunities and we'll sometimes decide who's better placed to go for that operation. We call it the best athlete model. You know, whoever is the best athlete model, whoever is best placed to go after that. And we try and do that in a non-competitive way, which will get the result for both of us. So, and then finally, I would say we build capability together. We develop the sort of operational technology that we need together.
Now watch what Mike Pompeo actually did at the CIA to further the coup. His first appointment was Gina Haspel as deputy director. This is the same Gina Haspel who had been CIA station chief in London. She coordinated MI6, CIA, and FBI operations, smearing Trump as a Russian agent from British soil. Pompeo then publicly praised Obama's CIA director John Brennan as a paragon of virtue, the man who coordinated the British to paint Trump's Republican presidential campaign as a front for Moscow. And Pompeo never stopped defending the Obama intelligence assessment that Russia intervened into the 2016 election on behalf of Donald Trump. That's the assessment Tulsi Gabbard just proved was fraudulent and, yes, treasonous. The key documents Gabbard found had been kept at the CIA by Gina Haspel and blocked from declassification until Tulsi Gabbard resurfaced them. And it wasn't until January 6, 2021, that Pompeo finally revealed his true motivations. In the days after that controlled riot, Mike Pompeo and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin discussed invoking the 25th Amendment to remove the president. That had been the British goal since day one. Et tu, Mike? But there's one question nobody asks about this. Why? Why does a Kansas congressman, a Koch man, end up as the inside agent for British intelligence against an American president? Now, I know very well what I'm saying here is different from anything you've heard about Russiagate, but I'm giving you the why for everything that happened. I'm going to fill out even more of that picture for you now, but you can get the full picture by subscribing to our free newsletter at PrometheanAction.com. The link is in the description. Here's what GCHQ was actually hearing when they surveilled Trump and his associates.
The legacy of Pennsylvania steelworkers lives in the bridges, railways, and skyscrapers that make up our great American landscape. But our workers' loyalty was repaid, you know it better than anybody, with total betrayal. Our politicians have aggressively pursued a policy of globalization, moving our jobs, our wealth, and our factories to Mexico and overseas. Globalization has made the financial elite who donate to politicians very, very wealthy. I used to be one of them. Hate to say it, but I used to be one. But it's left millions of our workers with nothing but poverty and heartache.
Then in Louisville in March of 2017, Trump named it directly.
We can't allow that to happen. In explaining his American system, Clay argued that the sole object of the tariff is to tax the produce, and remember, to tax the produce of foreign industry with the view of promoting American industry. For too long, our government has abandoned the American system. Since NAFTA was approved in 1994,
the American system, Hamilton, Lincoln, Henry Clay, that's what the British heard coming from Trump's discussions with his associates. And that is what set the entire operation in motion. And that's what also made Mike Pompeo the right inside man. Pompeo came to CIA after taking more money from the Koch brothers than any other congressman. Now, what you probably don't know is that Charles Koch is a longtime member of the Mount Pelerin Society. This is a London-spawned economic cult with one central purpose: to prevent the American system of economics from ever reappearing on this earth. Koch, Pompeo, British intelligence, they didn't just share political enemies, they shared an economic religion. free trade, cheap labor, globalism. And Donald Trump was preaching heresy. He was promising to revive the American system, save the United States, and defeat their system. They thought they had eliminated that when they assassinated William McKinley. Now, I know many of you out there will ask me, what can we do to put the British and Pompeo right now in handcuffs for doing this? It would be great if we could do that, but most likely we can't. That's the beauty of a bunch of lawyers planning and running a coup on foreign soil. British courts make our corrupt courts look like pikers. And President Trump has other options, ones that are actually much more powerful than the courts. Right now, he's steamrolling ahead and implementing the very economic system that caused the British to come after him in the first place. Brian Lance, writing in his Physical Economics Substack this week, lays out exactly what Trump is doing, and the historical parallel is unmistakable. The FY 2027 defense budget, $1.5 trillion, is being used exactly the way Franklin Delano Roosevelt used defense demand in World War II, as an industrial policy lever to rebuild an entire manufacturing civilization. The factory is the product, not just the weapons that come out of it. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth put the numbers on the table before Congress last month. The War Department has stimulated more than 250 private investment deals in 39 states, 150 companies, $50 billion in private capital, not government money, private money, resulting in 280 new and expanded facilities, 18 million new square feet of American manufacturing, and more than 70,000 new American productive jobs. In May alone, 7,000 manufacturing jobs were added. And this is just the beginning. The administration is driving what Lance calls a civil-military convergence, tearing down the wall between commercial technology and defense production. The same companies building autonomous systems for military drones are deploying identical technology into commercial agriculture and logistics. The defense budget is capitalizing an entire new manufacturing ecosystem and crowding in private capital alongside it. This is just one example of Donald Trump's American system revival. Government demand seeding industrial capacity. Hamilton knew this, Lincoln knew it, and the British have spent 2 centuries trying to make sure no American president would ever do it again. Now, look across the ocean at Britain. Yesterday, June 11th, British Defense Secretary John Healey and Armed Forces Minister Al Collins both resigned. Healey told Starmer in his resignation letter, quote, "You have been unable, and the Treasury has been unwilling to commit the resources that the nation needs." Collins is the 7th minister to resign from Starmer's government in the past month. The British economy cannot fund its own military. It cannot hold its government together. And the social fabric is fraying in ways anyone who watched that country knows are not going to get better. This, to me, is the sweetest rendering of justice I could ever wish for.
Please take a moment and subscribe to our free newsletter at prometheanaction.com.
All right. And these ladies put together a lot of really, really good content.
Mike?
You know, they're pretty Johnny on the spot about a lot of things, and you know, getting to understand the rules-based order that was set up by the British Empire crumbling before our very eyes is step by step we're understanding it. But again, you know, I look at the title of today's podcast. You know, is there light at the end of the tunnel or just more of the same? Okay. You know, and the thing is, you know, surviving is not enough. Okay. I'm tired of feeling like I'm fucking surviving day by day by day. Nobody wants to feel that way. Nobody. We shouldn't. We should not be feeling this way. We should. In the midst of all of this happening, there should be some kind of joy going on, and I'm having a hard time with it. I'm personally having a hard time with it because I'm not seeing any joy in this. Now, did I get joy when that fighter stood up at the end of that fight and said that Michelle Obama is a man? Yes, I got about a 30-second giggle, but that was it. There's no joy. There's no substance to what is happening right now. And it's not easy. And the thing is if I'm in a crappy mood and then I come online and I share my crappy mood, then half of you are in crappy moods too. And I don't want to spread crap around like that. You know, I want us to have a good perspective, and it's definitely not an easy task to do. Because of, you know, the fact that we see the shit show for what it is, you know, and we're a little fucking tired of that, you know. You know, it's one thing to be mad about a topic, okay, and being able to express yourself about a topic, okay, that's all right, but sometimes the rants can be a little bit too much. And I agree that it is 100% factual that in this moment it is time for safety.
And the world got strange. Everybody hollering, everybody complaining. But over on the live stream right about 8, a message starts flying that nobody hates. Brother Don jumps in with a grin so wide. Just be cool, flashing on the chat box side. He types real slow like a man with a plan. I think it's time for a safety meeting, man. We're all safety meeting. Safety meeting. Gather around, friends, let the good times begin. A little laughter, a little truth, a little fellowship rolling through. Brother Don smiling, Fred's making jokes, Hawks on the microphone visiting folks. We ain't running from life, we're just setting the tone at the safety meeting with the family at home. Now Brother Ganja Fred comes strolling in, sounding like he walked out of London again. Says, cheers mates, hope you're all doing alright. I brought enough good vibes to last all night. He'll drop one-liner after one-liner fast. Half the chat laughing till they're crying at last. And every time Hawk starts getting too deep, Fred says, easy there mate, don't wake the sheep. We're a safety meeting. Safety meeting. Everybody gather when the signal gets sent. No anger, no drama, no fuss, no fight. Just good-hearted folks on a Wednesday night. Brother Don steady, Fred's cracking wise. Hawk's got another crazy theory to analyze. And somehow by midnight we're all still gone down 20 rabbit holes and carrying on. Then Hawk fires up with his Mountain View. 26 shepherds making sure he's true. Talking faith, freedom, truth, and grace. With a white shepherd lying right by his place. He says, welcome friends, pull up a chair. Leave your worries and your burdens there. Tonight we're gonna laugh, learn, and see what kind of seed become tomorrow's trees. Brother Don says, brother, that's deep. Fred says, I still think you're waking sheep. The whole chat explodes with laughing emojis everywhere. Somebody's dog starts barking at the air. The moderator surrenders, the timeline bends. Nobody remembers how the story begins, but everybody knows when the meeting is through. They spent the whole night hanging with good people and true. Final safety meeting, safety meeting. Here's to the friends we've never met, the kind that show up and never forget. To Brother Don and his just be cool. To Fred from across the pond, breaking every rule. to hawk on the mountain sowing mustard seeds, trying to remind folks what this old world needs. A little laughter, a little faith, a little kindness, a little grace. And if you hear somebody calling for a safety meeting tonight, just pull up a chair and everything will be alright. Brother Don, you there? Just be cool. Fred? Cheers, mate. Hawk. Welcome home, friends. Home safety meeting. The down, down.
Just because sometimes we gotta have it. Sometimes you gotta have it, okay? I'm just saying. Sometimes you just need a safety meeting, okay? Jeez, get my blood pressure all going and stuff. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yeah. All right, let's get back into this. All right, Ipsanos. I don't know what this...
Pompeo.
On November 2nd, 2016, one of the most legendary intelligence agents in America history sent an urgent message to the American people. He was the inspiration of Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan character in the Harrison Ford films and other motion pictures. Because what else was he in besides Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan? Sum of All Fears. Yeah. Didn't it Ben Affleck play him in that one? You know? Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger. Dr. Steve, I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, Piasecznik. Space has not been seen in more than 25 years. Now, I played this clip for you guys like 8 years ago. Long before the fake Russian hack story emerged that Dr. Pesnik described Hillary Clinton's attempted coup against the United States of America. This is the video everyone in the media and the government has seen yet has been ordered not to ever mention. I saw Awakened last week. She's got a second name. But I wasn't on this weekend, so either Saturday or Sunday, so I'm not positive.
November 1, 2016, Hillary and Bill Clinton and their entourage of assistants effected a civilian coup. In contrast to the usual concept of a coup where the military is involved and takes over the White House and communication centers, very much like the scenarios you see in a movie, this coup was done silently and very effectively through two methods, corruption and co-optation. The Clintons have been involved in co-opting our White House, our judiciary, our CIA, our Federal Bureau of Investigation, our Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, and our Director of the FBI, James Comey, for some time now. What they've done is to make sure that they were part and parcel of a group of people who were interrelated through political cronyism. However, in order to stop this coup, we in the intelligence community and others involved have informally gotten together, and with their permission, I am beginning to announce that we've initiated a counter coup through Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. What has happened in effect when Comey had to open up the case of Hillary Clinton and discuss the emails that were involved with the Anthony Weiner case, it was not the case itself that was as important as the fact that this was the entree for many of us in the counter coup to say to the administration, we have your number. Not only do we have your number, we're going to stop you from making Hillary the president of the United States. And at the same time, we will convict and indict the president of the United States, Loretta Lynch, and many others who were involved in the cover-up of the massive corruption that occurred under the Clinton Foundation. Now, in both cases, their coup was silent, and our counter coup was silent, and it was all transgressed or occurred on the internet. And this is probably the first time in the history of any country where a coup was initiated through the internet and a counter coup was initiated through the internet. I am just a small part of something far bigger than myself. It was the brave men and women who were in the FBI, the CIA, the Director of Intelligence, the military intelligence, and men and women in 15 other intelligence organizations who were sick and tired of seeing this corruption in the White House, in the Justice Department, and in the intelligence system. And we decided that there was something we had to do in order to save the Republic. So we initiated a counter coup through Julian Assange, who's been very brave and really quite formidable in his ability to come forth and provide all the necessary emails that we gave to him in order to undermine Hillary and Bill Clinton. Again, America, we're going through a major, major transition and, quite frankly, a second American Revolution. We do not have guns. We do not have weapons. We do not intend to kill anybody. We do not intend to harm anybody. But we, the American public, and those of us who serve as veterans and in the intelligence service like myself, will stop the Clintons from assuming power that they don't deserve. At the same time, we will make certain that Obama leaves without any trail of a pardon or any other act of treason. In effect, we want a peaceful transition in this great American republic. I bring you this news, and I want you to understand what has happened. A moment of history is occurring right now in front of us, and I'm proud to explain it to you.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but, I think yesterday had a lot more to do with, let's go here. Okay. So Whamma shared this with me this morning, and I have to share it with you. America 250, what does it mean? Those of you around for my history lessons so long ago will get it for sure. Please read all 7 parts. Number 1, UFC Freedom 250, the people's consent to the new American order. UFC Freedom 250 is a major event taking place on the White House South Lawn. At first glance, a cage fight at the White House may seem like an odd addition to America's 250th anniversary celebrations. In reality, it is a profound public ceremony that provides a legal mechanism for the full implementation of the new American order, the restoration of national sovereignty under the law of the land in God's jurisdiction. To lawfully complete the shift under the law of the land, the sovereigns of that land, the American people must give their explicit consent. That is the purpose of the UFC Freedom 250, far more than a sporting event. It serves as the public ceremony required under Admiralty law rules, the people's visible endorsement of the transition into the new American order. 2, the 1-year process of restoring American sovereignty. The following shows the steps that have already been taken in the dismantling of Admiralty law. America recapturing its flag, June 14th, 2025. Flag Day celebrates the adoption of the American flag on June 14th, 1777. That's the true symbol of land and jurisdiction and national sovereignty. It was on this day in 2025 that America initiated the legal process of removing itself from British Admiralty jurisdiction in order to restore its sovereignty to the laws of the land. America asked to return to God. April 18, 2026. President Trump reads 2 Chronicles 7:11 through 12 to the nation as an appeal to return to God in recognition of the original covenant of 1776, the Declaration of Independence that places the nation under God's jurisdiction. The royal visit as a witness, April 27th through 30th of 2026, as the living trustee of the Admiralty-based system. The King and the Queen serve as legally recognized eyewitnesses. Their presence functions as formal acknowledgement of America completing the required legal steps for sovereign independence. The Fed chairman steps down May 15th, 2026. The Federal Reserve has played a central role in upholding British Admiralty, maritime, law-based commercial system that powers the debt-based economy. By stepping down, it signals the shift back to American jurisdiction. The National Prayer of Dedication, May 17, 2026. This comes one full moon, a complete cycle, after the appeal to the nation to turn back to God. The National Jubilee of Prayer is the public act of rededicating America back to God. 2 Chronicles 7:14. It marks the withdrawal of consent from the 1871 commercial system that quietly gave jurisdiction back to the British maritime system and the restoration of the 1776 covenant. New Fed chairman sworn in May 25th, 2026. Kevin Warsh was sworn in under the law of the land, which was clearly signaled by the absence of the gold-fringed flag indicating Admiralty jurisdiction and the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas administering the oath. 3. Using the old system to end the old system. The transition touches every area of life, spiritual, legal, and economic. At its core is the placement of the foreign-controlled Admiralty law-based legal and financial system that has long dominated the nation. The legal process that began on Flag Day, June 14, 2025, is now nearing completion. Now, I'm going to pause there. Now, June 14th, the importance of June 14th, okay, is the destruction of tattered flags. Okay, it is an operation called Stand Down, okay, where we take all the old flags that are torn, tattered, and weathered, okay, and we take them down to our local VFWs or our local American Legions, where you can exchange that torn and tattered flag for a new one, generally free of charge. Sometimes they don't have enough available, but in most cases they are free of charge. And the flag is properly disposed of in a ceremonial fire. Not by pouring gasoline on it and lighting it in a protest, but in actual observance of respect for that flag. Okay? And so that's what the signification of June 14th is to me. I could give two shits about Juneteenth. I could give two shits about anybody else's freaking opinions as to what June 14th is. Today is called Stand Down. And that is where we take those flags doing a ceremonial burning service and honor the flag the way that it should be. So if you happen to have a flag that is torn, tattered, or weathered, okay, take a trip down to your local American Legion. Bring your old flag with you and trade it in for a new one. They may not have any available, just in case, okay. Be prepared to have to go and buy another one if they don't have any available. But in most cases, they have a pretty good stock. Okay. And that's what June 14th means to me. Okay. All right. So and today is stand down. It's the 15th. I'm sorry, not the 14th. The 14th is Flag Day, and the ceremony is held on Mondays, or the Monday following the Flag Day. So like today, the post that I belong to, Post 122 of Canby, Oregon, today is their stand down day, and today is the day that they will be, doing their service. So the legal process that began on Flag Day, June 14, 2025, is now nearing completion. By dismantling this structure, America removes the foundation that protected corruption, debt slavery, and treasonous actors loyal to that system. Resistance from those who benefited from that arrangement is inevitable. The transition will involve a turbulent battle against a deeply entrenched system. The storm that will precede the people's new order, though intense, this period will be swift and necessary to remove the remaining barriers to national sovereignty. Okay. That did not go through all of them, I don't believe. Okay, I think this is the... oh, yeah, I guess that was it. Yeah, that was it. Wow, I got through that quicker than I thought I was going to. Maybe that's why I thought that there was something going on. Okay. Okay. Bear with me just a minute here, guys. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. I've got to go and get the gate unlocked. It looks like I will be getting water today. A lot more than the 100 gallons that I got. They're gonna come by this today. So I'm going to have to go up and get the gate done. But let's go ahead and keep going here for a minute, and then we'll get that taken care of. So war correspondent put this out. A man in Virginia wanted for sexually assaulting a woman in the stairwell has just been confirmed an illegal alien released under Governor Spanberger, despite having prior charges for rape, sexual assault, property damage, and drug possession and larceny. Jesus.
He says 3 out of every 4 people arrested in Fairfax County are illegal aliens. They're asking you to discontinue sanctuary city policies. Any comment along those lines, Governor? Governor, any comment on the DHS request?
Well, she dodged, and here is exactly what DHS is requesting. Of the 4 defendants in Fairfax County murder trials this year, 3 are illegal aliens. Governor Spanberger must end her sanctuary policies that allow these illegal aliens onto our streets and work with DHS to protect the citizens of the Commonwealth. Well, look at what she's overseeing. Beyond this year, 7 illegal immigrants have been linked to 13 killings in Fairfax County. So she lives there. She has to have known before she took office that this was coming.
Says 3 out of every 4 people arrested in Fairfax County are illegal aliens. They're asking you to discontinue sanctuary city policies. Any comment along those lines, Governor? Governor, any comment on the DHS request?
Well, she dodged, and here is exactly what DHS is requesting. Of the 4 defendants in Fairfax County murder trials this year, 3 are illegal aliens. Governor Spanberger must end her sanctuary policies that allow these illegal aliens onto our streets and work with DHS to protect the citizens of the Commonwealth. Well, look at what she's overseeing. Beyond this year, 7 illegal immigrants have been linked to 13 killings in Fairfax County. So she lives there. She has to have known before she took office that this was coming.
He says 3 out of every 4 people.
Yeah.
The man many things.
I didn't tell the guy I don't have the money to pay for the water, so I have no idea how this is going to go. This is gonna be one of those days, guys. I'm telling you. Oh boy, I'm praying for a miracle right now. Okay, I'm praying for a miracle. It's gonna be good because I'm not gonna stop him from coming in and pumping the water. I'm just not. I'm gonna let him come in and pump the water, and at the end of it, I'll just tell him I don't want to do that, but at the same time, I really at this point here, I really don't have a choice, so I'm just gonna deal with it. A deal is scheduled to get signed tomorrow. This was from yesterday. Immediately after it is signed, the Strait of Hormuz is open to all, and the strait was opened up this morning. So there is that. I told you guys at the beginning of this that I'm not going to have a whole lot of time today. Number one, because the heat is climbing really fast. We actually have the heat warning and heat alert in effect right now. And they're also warning about heat stroke and all that other stuff. We're up to, what is it now? We're at 96. We're at 96 already, and we're going higher than that today. So this is not going to be a fun day. Do you remember the 8 children who were busted for the children in the underground bunker? Well, this is a continuation from that story. Remember these guys? Remember these guys? He cut his hair. Here it goes. Well, let me tell you what happened with this situation. Okay. Graceful. Yes, I did. And thank you. I'm going to actually attempt to try them out today. Hopefully that will help a bit. I have the package though. I've never used those things before, so we'll see how well that works for us, and go from there. Who is it this time? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm like I think I'm like at the halfway point now. Maybe he'll take a half a payment and give me until the weekend to pay off the rest of it. That would be great. It's 260, but he's bringing me 2,000 gallons, which is basically, that's going to last, 2,000 gallons is basically going to last at least 2 months. So the dogs go through 20 gallons a day. And I do not use that much water. I wash my hair, and I make my coffee 2 times a day. And other than that, the dogs get the rest of it. So they're spoiled. They're spoiled rotten. They are. They're, yeah, but I love them. So the 8 people that were charged in that sex ring for paying adults to rape their children and pets aged 3 to 16, trial delayed. Okay, the trial got delayed. Okay, as mom pleads guilty and flips on all of them. Okay, this is and this is the cool thing. This is the cool thing about this is by mom flipping just solidified the case against these people. Okay, so all right, so again, the 8 people charged in the sex ring underground bunker. Okay, that was down south in Alabama there. Okay, for paying adults, people who were paying to go in and rape their children and their pets. That's some sick shit. Okay, I'm sorry, but the trial got delayed as mom pleads guilty and flips on the co-defendants. Okay, in Bibb County, Alabama, 8 suspects ran a sex trafficking ring out of an underground bunker where children as young as 3 were drugged, bound, and raped, with adults paying to abuse them. Animals were also targeted. Rebecca Brewer and mother and some of the victims pleaded guilty to sexual torture and 9 counts of first-degree kidnapping. As part of the deal, she agreed to testify against the other 7 defendants. The trial for the remaining suspects has been delayed while the case expands, including a federal investigation into at least one of them. These monsters turned their own kids and pets into victims for profit. How long will it take for every last one of them to face real justice? Well, this is the thing, is that they should be listing the names of every person who gave them money to assault them. Every single one of them. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Okay? Every single one of them. Okay? No joke. Every one of them has to pay. Okay? And it cannot be this little this little bit. Okay? It can't be. Okay? They've got to, if they want some kind of a deal, they need to start naming the fucking customers, the people who paid them, because the people who paid them are the ones who committed the other acts. Yes, they kidnapped. Yes, they probably abused those individuals or the children and the animals themselves. But the fact of the matter is, every person who put a single penny in any of their pockets should also be named, and charges should be brought upon them. Okay, because as soon as they entered the bunker, okay, and became aware of kidnapped victims that they were then going to sexually abuse and torture, they became an accessory to the original kidnapping. So there should be federal charges all the way across the board, that no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Every single person. Okay. Yeah, 146,000 is what Mark Mullen stated. Okay. And that does not include the 62,000 that Kash Patel had spoke about that the FBI recovered. Okay. So out of over 500,000 children, they are now somewhere right around 240 to 250,000 children recovered. And it is that simple. Okay. It's a lot of math, but we got to do what we got to do, right? So, Let me see if I can find a long enough video where I can run up and get the gate unlocked for them, because they're going to be here in a few minutes, and I know it's going to take me a few minutes to get up there. Come on, there's got to be a longer video in this mess. Didn't I put any longer videos in? If I hop on the scooter, this one might give me enough time.
We are hosting the World Cup. It is a massive security undertaking.
Yes.
Are we prepared for that? Are there specific threats against the World Cup?
There's not specific threats. There's a threat because of the amount of people coming in. We have 5 to 7 million visitors. It's going to be here over the next 35 days now. There is always a threat of that. Are we safe? Yes, we're going to have a safe and one of the best World Cups in the history of this event. The truth is, though, with the Democrats defunding ICE and CBP for 115 days and DHS for 76 days, it made it tough. Our MOUs that we had with our local law enforcement, the reimbursement was behind. So they had a tremendous amount of expenses coming out because we can't do this without our local partnerships. The amount of security that brings in with this is unending, from the teams coming in to secure their base camp, to the host cities. We have, keep in mind, 78 Super Bowls in 38 days throughout the United States in 11 different host cities. Today, we're in Dallas, Houston, Philadelphia, and Monterrey, Mexico. Each one of those had to be treated like a Super Bowl. Each one of those will have a bigger audience than the Super Bowl. And DHS has a lead of security. We feel very confident on our posture in each one of these places, but it put us at a disadvantage because of the Democrats playing.
It sounds like you would be ready to blame Democrats if something went wrong.
No, I'm not blaming Democrats. I'm just saying the truth is we were unfunded for 76 days, and ICE and CBP, which CBP is leading 5 of these facilities, we were shut down for 115 days. When we are shut down, even though our men and women at Department of Homeland Security, which I have the greatest privilege in the world to lead, are willing to do their job for free, that's great. The problem is that our local law enforcement that we have to partner with, that we have to give grants to, they weren't able to be reimbursed. And not all of them can handle that, but they were willing to work too. We're playing catch up on getting the funding out. We're ready, but I feel positive that we could have been even in a better position if we weren't having to deal with the gamesmanship of the Democrat Party through this whole political theater of keeping the Department of Homeland shut down.
I thought I could make it there and back. Okay. All right. Let's see. They will be here in. Where's my glasses? What's his? Oh, okay. He's 10 minutes out. He says 10 minutes. He's in Dallas. Okay. So I got a couple of minutes, and then I got to scoot and get that taken care of, and then I'll be back. I may come back on again this afternoon. After the sun goes down, I'll probably that's, instead of getting all crazy, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Trying to be smart about this. There we go.
Oh, you want a wealth tax now? Following the news that Elon Musk has become the world's first trillionaire. Now you just want to take the wealth that he's generated through the many companies he's started, built, developed, and turned into massive, successful companies. Now you want to just take that from him? No. I have a better idea. So apparently there's a whole bunch of communists and socialists, I mean Democrats out there, who are very upset that Elon Musk has become the world's first trillionaire. So upset that they are now demanding that they be able to take his wealth from him so they can use it for whatever they want to use it for. I mean, it's almost like some taxpayer-funded NGO handed them all the exact same script, because they're all saying the same thing. You know, Liz Warren, Bernie Sanders, AOC, and even the no-namers, backbenchers, people like Rebecca Balint that nobody's ever heard of, the exact same words. We need to tax wealth immediately. I have a better idea, though. Before we even entertain the idea of taking the wealth of entrepreneurs, innovators, people who are creating massive amounts of value for consumers, employees, shareholders, retirees, investors, you know, the people that actually make the world work, before we even entertain the conversation of a wealth tax, we need to implement a political wealth tax. Take this guy, for example, Ro Khanna, Democrat senator. Before we even entertain the idea of taking the wealth of private citizens who build companies, we need to take his wealth. So how would a political wealth tax work? Well, it's pretty simple. You just tax the crap out of the wealth that's amassed by politicians and their family members while they're in office. Like Ro Khanna, for example. It was estimated by Open Secrets back in 2017, the family wealth that he and his wife enjoyed was worth anywhere from $27 to $45.8 million. And somehow, miraculously, over the course of 7 to 8 years and thousands of trades, that he is now worth $232.7 million. Do you realize that that's over 400% increase in a 7 to 8 year period? Tax that 100%. Take it. I mean, you can go down the line. Both parties are doing it. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Nancy Pelosi, Ro Khanna, they're all benefiting off of the information they learn behind closed doors, and they're getting hog nasty rich by trading on it. And it would be very easy to implement. All you do is look at the average rate of return of the average 401k investor in the United States on an annual basis, and every penny that these politicians amass above that average, you take it. 100% a political wealth tax. And until you're willing to have that conversation, nobody cares at all about your demands for a wealth tax.
Yeah, how about that? All right, so that's where I'm going to stop for right now. I'm going to try and come back on when the temp goes down, because it's about to get too hot to even be inside this camper right now, because like I said, I can't turn on my air conditioner. So I'll either be back with you this evening or I'll be back with you again tomorrow. I plan on doing 5 days this week. I'll do my best to get there, get it as quickly as possible. And in the meantime, remember, God loves you, Jesus loves you, I love you, and I will see you guys again as quickly as I can. In the meantime, always remember to
woke up this morning to a world on fire. Everybody shouting, climbing walls of wire. Fear on the TV, lies across the screen. Hard to know these days what anything means. But I hear my Father's voice down in my soul. Stand up straight, don't let the darkness take control. Love your neighbor, hold the line, stay alive. Open up your eyes and let your spirit drive. Don't let the noise pull you under. Don't lose your heart in the thunder. Keep your head on a swivel, keep your eyes on the light. There's still love in the middle of the fight tonight. When the road gets narrow and the world feels cold, keep your heart wide open and never let go. Keep your head on a swivel, but your soul on the rise. There's a whole lot of beauty still left in these eyes. Yeah, the world may shake, but we're not gonna break. We were born for more than survival. Little old lady waving from a porch swing. Kids on the sidewalk still learning to dream. Somebody praying in the middle of pain. Somebody dancing in the pouring rain. There's still good people helping strangers stand. Still working hard with calloused hands. Still holding family, still holding faith. Still finding hope when it all feels late. Don't let the fear define you. and the stars. Oh, even when shadows fall, love is still the strongest thing of all. Keep your head on a swivel, don't lose your grace. Every scar tells a story, every soul has a place. And if somebody stumbles, you help them stand tall. That's the kind of strength that can heal us all. Keep your head on a swivel, keep your faith alive. There's still hope for tomorrow as long as we try. Yeah, the world may change, but love remains, and that's how we survive. Keep your head